Hello everybody, good morning to all. So we studied the components of blood circulatory system. The three main components are the blood vessels and heart. About blood and blood vessels, we got an idea. We studied about the blood and blood vessels. The next and important component of the circulatory system, that is the heart. Regarding the heart, we studied in our 7th standard. 7th standard, just recall the points that we studied from 7th. Heart is situated inside in the chest cavity. Inside the chest cavity we can see the heart. Heart is covered by, or it is protected by, a bony cage called a rib cage. Inside the rib cage you can see this protected heart. Okay, and externally the heart is covered by a double-layered membrane covering is there. There is a double-layered membrane covering. The double-layered membrane covering of this heart, that is called pericardium. Pericardium is the double-layered membrane covering of heart. Then, in between this double layers, there is a fluid is present. The fluid is the pericardial fluid, which can act as a shock absorber. The pericardial fluid, which can act as a shock absorber. So two protective measures are there. One is the bony protection, that is by the help of the rib cage, and the other one is this membranous protection, that is by the help of the pericardium and also the pericardial fluid. These two can act as a shock absorber in case of this human heart. Then internally the heart is divided into 4 chambers. That is studied the. Are you remembering what are the chambers of this heart? 2 upper chambers are there and 2 lower chambers are there. These 2 are the upper chambers. These are the 2 upper chambers and these 2 are the lower chambers. This upper chamber is called, upper chambers are known as the auricles or atria. Auricles or atria is the name for the upper chambers, whereas lower chambers, these are the ventricles. Lower chambers are the ventricles. So we can mark here, this is one of the auricle or atria, and this is also another auricle or atria, and this one is the ventricle and this one is the ventricle. So externally internally the heart has 4 chambers, 2 auricles and 2 ventricles, or we can say 2 upper chambers and 2 lower chambers. The upper chambers are the auricles and the lower chambers are the ventricles. Again we can say 2 chambers on right side and also 2 chambers on left side. So on left side one auricle and ventricle is there. On right side also one auricle and ventricle is there. This is the 4 chambers regarding this heart, human heart. Then we want to study how these chambers are separated. So this 2 upper, this auricle and ventricle, that is separated by the help of a septum. Here we can see there is a partition wall, but one opening is also there. This partition wall is called interauriculo-ventricular septum. And this, here we can see there is a opening. This opening is the aperture. So the name of this opening is the aperture. Auriculo-ventricular aperture. So this is on the this right side. This is known as a right auriculo-ventricular aperture. Here also we can see there is an aperture. This can connect this auricle with this ventricle. This aperture also helps to connect this auricle with the ventricle. This is on right side. This is a right auriculo-ventricular aperture, and this is on the left side. That is a left auriculo-ventricular aperture. And also these 2 left and right sides, that is separated by a strong septum, a strong partition wall we can see here in between the left chambers and also the right chambers. That is the auriculo-ventricular septum. That is this separate, which can separate these 2 sides, left side and also right side. Okay. Then we have to see how the blood vessels, what are the blood vessels? They are opening to different chambers of this heart. So first of all we can look the atria. So this is on which side? This is the right atria. This is the right atria and this is the left atria. So this is the right side and this one is the left side. Okay. So these 2 are the right chambers and these 2 are the left chambers. This is the right atrium and this one is the right ventricle. we have to see what are the blood vessels they are opening to this right auricle. Before that, I have to say something about the difference between these auricles and ventricles. Auricles are always acts as the receiving chambers. That means they are always receiving the blood from different part of the body and also from lungs. Okay. At the same time, ventricles are the pumping chambers. Ventricles means the lower chambers. These are the pumping chambers. Always pumping the blood from heart to different parts of the body. Okay. So the right side, one more point you have to remember throughout this studies. What is the right side is concerned with the carbon dioxide rich blood. The right side is handling carbon dioxide rich blood, whereas the left side is handling oxygen rich blood. Okay. So we can see what are the blood vessels they are opening to this different chambers of the heart. First of all, the right side is for concerned with the carbon dioxide rich blood. Left side is concerned with the oxygen rich blood. So, a right artery is receiving carbon dioxide rich blood. Carbon dioxide rich blood is present in different parts of the body. It is present in the different parts of the body by the help of three important veins. The carbon dioxide rich blood which can enter to here. So, this is one of the vein and others in the back side we can't see. So, this is the veins. They can carry this carbon dioxide rich blood. One is superior vena cava. One of the important vein which can carry the carbon dioxide rich blood, that is the superior vena cava. One main vein, major vein in our body, the superior vena cava, that is carrying or bringing carbon dioxide rich blood from the upper part of the body, that is from the head and also the upper arms. Then another one is the inferior vena cava, that we can see here as a small. So this is the inferior vena cava. Inferior vena cava, which can carry the carbon dioxide rich blood from the lower part of the body. There's legs, abdomen, etc. From all these lower areas, the inferior vena cava can carry carbon dioxide rich blood. And also the wall of the heart. Wall of the heart is also requires blood for its functioning. This blood from the wall of the heart, the carbon dioxide rich blood is carried by the coronary vein. Coronary vein can carry the carbon dioxide rich blood from the wall of the heart. Okay. Then these are the three blood vessels. They are opening to the right auricle. What are they? Superior vena cava, inferior vena cava, and coronary vein. At the same time, the left auricle. The left auricle is receiving oxygen rich blood. Where it is present the oxygen rich blood? That is present in our lungs. From the lungs, a type of blood vessel which can carry the oxygen rich blood. What is the name? Pulmonary vein. We studied that all the veins are carrying carbon dioxide rich blood except pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein is carrying what type of blood? Oxygen rich blood. This is the pulmonary vein. Okay. Pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein can carry the oxygen rich blood to this left auricle. Like that, from this auricle, the blood may comes towards this ventricle. So, this left ventricle is the pumping chamber. Left ventricle is pumping the oxygen rich blood. So, from here, the main artery named aorta. This is the artery, main artery called aorta. This aorta can carry or pump the oxygen rich blood. So this is the opening of aorta. Opening of aorta is this one. This is the opening of aorta. No, this is passing this blood through here. This is aorta. Okay. This aorta can carry the oxygen rich blood from the heart to different parts of the body. Like that, from the left ventricle, what type of blood is there? Carbon dioxide rich blood. That is needed to go to the lungs for receiving oxygen. That is by the help of this one. This pulmonary artery. All arteries are carrying carbon dioxide rich blood except the pulmonary artery. The pulmonary artery that is carrying what type of blood? Oxygen rich, carbon dioxide rich blood. From the ventricle, left ventricle towards the lungs for receiving oxygen. Okay, the detailed study of this mechanism for working of the heart that we can do next class.